right, welcome. As you can see, this is the new studio. If you missed the last video, moved into my new place. Really happy about how it turned out. I gotta turn the lights up. Give me a moment. There we go. A bit better lighting here. Really happy with how this turned out. It's smaller, but it's very cozy, and it just makes me feel happy being in my new home. So many thanks to my new home in a different part of Austin. I just got the studio set up, so really happy about how this is working out. I might actually film over there because there's a cool backdrop there. We'll see what happens. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. I talked in a video about how it's called emotional connection is inevitable. I talked in that video about how you need to go for sex first because sexual connection is not inevitable. It may or may not be a thing between you and a girl for whatever reason, but emotional connection is inevitable. So if you go for sexual connection and over time you'll build an emotional connection and you'll know whether she's sexually available to you or not because you'll find out quickly through whether she accepts your advances or not. If you go for emotional connection first, you won't know if she's sexually available because sexual availability is not inevitable. Some girls will not be available for whatever reason. Maybe she's Catholic, maybe she's had trauma in the past, sexual trauma in the past, which is okay. It just means that she might not be available for you. And maybe she has a boyfriend already and you just, for some reason, thought that she assumed that you wanted to have sex with her, but she didn't. And she liked the attention, and so she just went on a date with you, but she thought it was you just hanging out. That's happened to me a few times in the past when I was new to dating. So I've talked about that, how it's really important to go for sexual connection. Now, I have a lot of friends who really want an emotional connection, and they've asked me for advice. One guy in particular has asked me for advice. If you're watching this, hey, what's up? I don't say names and make people known unless they tell me explicitly they want that, and it's not super important. So I'm not going to say who it is. But we were chatting, and he said, I really like to watch girls from a distance in the social groups and kind of see how they are and see if there's somebody I want to get to know. And then I kind of want to get to know them a little bit more intimately and see what they're like and see if we have a connection. And then I go for sex. And I thought about it a little bit because a lot of people have brought this up when I'm like, hey, go for sex. And they're like, well, I don't want to have sex with somebody I'm not emotionally connected to. Another friend of mine I talk to a lot, he'll know who he is. He has a girlfriend now, and when he first met the girl and when he was getting into dating, he was like, Joe, I need to feel connected to the girls I have sex with. I don't just want to have sex with anyone because we're kind of, we're mixing energies. It's, it's going to have an effect on me. And so I don't want to just have sex with anyone. I want to like them first. And so I've thought about it a little bit. I'm like, what is the actual boundary that I could give somebody like that? Because I wouldn't tell them just fuck anybody because obviously that's not what they want. They want to feel connected to somebody. And I want to give a little bit of an aside here. Make sure that's actually who you are, because if you're inexperienced or you haven't been attractive for a long time, or you just generally don't feel, because it takes a few years of being attractive to actually feel you're attractive. I still felt like I was fat when I was lean because I was new to it and I had been fat for a while, and it was new to me to feel like I was attractive until like a lot of people said I was attractive for years. I didn't think I was, and so I didn't think I had a lot of options with girls. And so if you are in a scarcity mindset where you don't think you can get girls, that's a different story. I'm talking about you legitimately need connection first, not you're saying that because you don't think that girls want to have sex with you. That's a different story. Solve that first. If you legitimately want connection first, I have a slightly different advice for you, and that is don't necessarily have sex with her first, but make sure that it's going in that direction, that she's clear this is not platonic. Make out with her, kiss her. Say, even if you don't want to kiss a girl that you're not connected to, tell her that, hey, like, just be honest with her. Hey, I want to feel connected to girls before I even kiss them. It's important to me, so I just want to let you know that's something that I'm interested in, and I don't want to just form a connection with you just to find out that you have a boyfriend, or that you don't want to have sex until marriage, or that you're just not generally available for sex. I just want to make it clear right now that that's on my mind, and at some point, if I like you, I'm going to start making moves. That is something you can say to a girl if you do want to form a connection first, and you want to make sure that she's available to you when you're ready, when you decided you like her, and when you're going to make the moves. Because if you just form a connection with a girl and don't talk or try to make moves, or talk about what you want with her, when it comes time to have sex and she turns down your advances, you've already invested a lot of yourself into her, and it's going to be a loss. It's either going to be frustrating, or it's going to be sad. It's going to be a lot of negative emotions around it, because you've gone towards one thing hoping the other thing will just happen, and it won't. So this is a slightly altered advice for those of you who emotional connection is really important. You don't want to have sex with just anyone. You want to have sex with somebody you're connected to. Make sure that she understands it's not platonic, either by making out with her or kissing her, or maybe touching her on her leg, or just saying it, just saying, hey, like, at some point I want to have sex with you if I feel we're connected. Right now, I just want to see if we're connected first, because connection is important to me. Hope this helps you out. I'm a photographer, if you can't tell by the lighting equipment and the nice camera and all that jazz. So I take photos of guys for the dating profiles. And right now, I'm giving free critiques. So if you want to get on a call with me, I will critique your profile for free, let you know what I like about your photos, what I don't like about your photos, and what you can improve about your profile to get more matches and build a better dating life that you love. So I wish you the best. To get that, hit up the link in the description below, schedule a call with me, and subscribe to this channel to get more of me in your inbox. Cheers. Goodbye.